happens when you have those feeling places that contradict one another? So and this one is actually more the original question I was here to ask was about some career choices that I'm making. And in thinking about this possibility, which is doing an institute in India, I get very excited about it, the feeling of creativity, of adventure, creating partnerships, of collaborating, and I get into a really good place about that. And then I go to another place of, wow, this is really a risk. It sounds like a lot of work. And all right, so now think about what you just said. You said, sometimes I find thoughts that my inner being agrees with, and sometimes I find thoughts that my inner being does not agree with. Now, here, in other words, the thoughts that feel good, your source is in agreement with. So you say, it's an opportunity, it will be an adventure, it will be an opportunity for expansion. When you have thoughts like that, you come into absolute alignment with your source energy. When you say thoughts such as, it's a risk, it might be dangerous, I shouldn't do it, it will distract me from what I'm doing here, people that are around here will miss me, those thoughts are not in agreement with your source energy. So here's the thing that we really want you to hear about this. When you are giving your attention to something that makes you feel better, you come into alignment with source. When you give your attention to something that makes you feel worse, that's your acknowledgement that you've come out of alignment with source. If you will care about the alignment part and not feel a need to take action. In other words, this isn't about whether I go or not. This is about the thoughts I'm choosing and the alignment or not alignment of those thoughts. And as you do that for a while, so that you come into alignment with who you really are, then the universe gives you circumstances and events that takes care of the rest. In other words, you really don't have to bang it out. You line it up vibrationally. And as you line it up vibrationally, then all of the circumstances and events come into alignment for you. Humans say, should I go or not? And we say, it's not about whether you go or don't go. It's about whether you think about it feeling good when you go or whether you think about it feeling bad when you go. You feel the difference? Mm-hmm. It's about alignment. It's the emotional journey first. And once you affect the emotional journey, then the action journey will take care of itself. If you don't take the time to find the thoughts that bring you into alignment, let's start at another place. So I'm sitting on a park bench and I feel fear. And I don't know what the fear is about, but I suspect that there might be danger around. So what should I do? And we say, well, by the time you're sitting in a situation where it feels like there is danger, we would have liked you to have changed your thought earlier, and you would never find yourself on a park bench where there is danger. But the answer to the question, when you feel fear, is there a monster in the bushes or do I just think there's a monster in the bushes? The answer is always the same. Leave the bench. So I'm going to eat something. And I think that if I eat it, it might make me sick. Now, there are others who eat it and don't get sick. But I believe that the odds are really good that if I eat this, it will make me sick. So should I eat it or not? And people come to a gathering like this and they say, how can I change my thoughts so that I can eat anything and not get sick? And we say, well, work on that. But meanwhile, don't eat that. So what you want to do is you want to use your action in the way that we are encouraging you to use your thoughts. You want to choose the best feeling thoughts that you can find. You want to choose the best feeling action that you can find. And what happens with so many people is they're trying to sort it out and they're trying to say which action is right, staying or going. And we want you to understand that you could pick anything and make it right. You could choose any person on the planet as your lifetime partner and make that person the right partner with the right mindset. Now, is that upsetting to you?
Well, it's upsetting to you because your life experience has given you so many parameters of what you like and what you don't like. And we're not encouraging you to pick what you don't like and make it right. In fact, what we're saying is do the best you can through your action to come into alignment, but don't depend on your action to be the reason for things to come into alignment. Do the best you can through your action and then do the rest through energy lineup. So what we're saying to you specifically is, do you need to make the decision right now? The answer is always no. You don't have to make the decision about whether to go there or not. You can sort of sit tight for a little while. And so you don't have to decide whether to go or not go right now. So now what you want to do is think the thought that feels the best. So as you think about going and it feels good to you, so you see what's happening is you're wanting to say, I want to use the way I feel as my acknowledgement about whether I should go or not. And we say that's using your guidance system in a backwards way. What you're really wanting to do is to live life, throw it out there in vibrational escrow, and then hear the call of source. And we can feel that the call of source is encouraging you to go there. That's by far the most dominant vibration that you can feel relative to that. In other words, that really is the call of source. And when you turn in opposition to it, you feel the discord of it. And the discord that you're feeling is not because going is the wrong decision. The discord you're feeling is because you're pushing against what source is calling you to do. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
You see, your life is, and we're really on something here. We really want to play this out so that you can really feel it. Your life, no matter what it is, no matter who you're interacting with, is causing you at conscious and unconscious levels to send rockets of desire, preferences, into vibrational escrow. In other words, you cannot help but become more. And source is over there living, breathing, if you will, being, vibrating, if you will, all that you have recently become. In other words, that source energy over there in vibrational escrow is the furthest extension of all that you have become. And that is a powerful stream that is summoning you forward. And if you don't go, you don't feel good. So when you start beating the drum of, oh, it's hard, it might be risky, that's you not going with everything that your life has caused you to become, you see. So then you say, should I go? And we say, not till you clean up the energy. Because your expectation is going to be the dominant part of your vibration. So if you feel it's risky, if you feel it's dangerous, and you go, you'll have a miserable experience. So you say, I'm not sure that I get this. You said, Source knows that that's really what I want to do. And I'm afraid to do it. But since Source wants me to do it, oh, hear this, it's so good. Source wants me to do it, so I'm going to do it, even though I don't feel completely good about doing it. And we say, don't do it till you feel completely good about doing it. Don't do anything until you feel completely good about doing it. But don't ask if your emotions are telling you what's right or wrong. What feels good is always right. What feels good is always right. What feels good is always downstream. What feels good is always the furthest culmination of that which you have become. Was that as clear for you as it was for us?
Yes, thank you very much.
Very good. A little slow going, but really worth getting there. Stand if you think it's you. Yes. It's easy to understand how you can not trust your own impulses because you haven't allowed yourself to consider your own impulses very much. You keep wanting to know what everybody else thinks, as if what they think could be valid. Your parents taught you that. Your parents said, what I think is more valid than what you think. Didn't they? Do you remember how you felt about that?